Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Open Space Park here in Sioux Center, Iowa, near the campus of Dordt University. And today we have a baseball doubleheader. The Defenders playing host to Morningside, as is often the case for this spring. It's rescheduled. It's a doubleheader that's been rescheduled from actually mid-March. That was wishful thinking to get it played then, but now we're going to play it, and it's absolutely beautiful out. Wind blowing out straight away to right field, and left-handed hitters probably excited to take some at-bats here on Open Space Park. Thank you for joining us. Matt, the SID, on the call for both games this evening and this afternoon. Also live on the Dordt Media Network. Nathan is the production engineer, and Clay and Destiny are on the cameras. And it's a pleasure to have Defender Baseball on the Dordt Media Network. Dordt University under head coach Nathan Bacon coming in with a 2-12 league record. That is 10th place in the current standings, 14-18 overall. Morningside is one of your GPAC leaders. They are tied with Concordia atop the conference standings at this point of the season. 11-3 in the conference, 25-8 overall as they are at the midpoint of the conference schedule. Let's take a look at the conference standings heading into this afternoon. Morningside and Concordia both with 11-3 records, followed by Mount Marty and Doane in a tie for third place, just one game back at 12-4. Then you have some separation. You got a 4-game lead over the next two teams, Midland and Northwestern, both with 8-8 records, tied for fifth. And sixth place, Jamestown is standing alone in seventh place at 6-8. Briar Cliff is the eighth place team at 6-10. And again, 8 teams make the GPAC postseason tournament. Right behind Briar Cliff, though, on their heels is Hastings, just one game back at 5-9. Dordt coming in at 2-12. Dakota Wesleyan is 1-13. Taking a look at the conference schedule, this is one of two GPAC doubleheaders in the conference today. Concordia making the trip up north to Dakota Wesleyan in Mitchell. And game one set to start at 1, followed by game 2. If the conditions allow, should be a nice day up in Mitchell. Don't know about their snowfall amounts. I know Jamestown still has a lot of snow on their field, but Dakota Wesleyan, they're supposed to be hosting Concordia today. As for Defender Athletics, softball is on the road playing Midland in a key softball GPAC matchup. Coach Jeff Zoner and his squad, two teams that are unbeaten in the conference. Midland at 6-0. They're receiving votes in the national poll. Dordt 4-0 and 23-5. The Defender softball team off to its best start in program history. First pitch of game 1 is 5, followed by the nightcap at around 7 p.m. And go to godort.com. We have the video and live stats linked on our website. Taking a look at Morningside under head coach Adam Boovey in his 6th season as the Mustangs head coach. Boovey, one of the good guys, as in terms of overall, he's just a great guy and a great baseball coach. He's been at Morningside since 2018. And in his 5 years, 117, 104, and 1, including last year when they went 32-17. They finished 4th in the conference at 17-11, went 1-2 in the postseason tournament down in Crete. They were in the Doane bracket. They lost to Jamestown, beat Midland, and then lost to the host Tigers to end their season. A lot of people returned, though. They returned 8 starters in their normal lineup and 2 of their top 4 pitchers. A total of 23 players returned for the Mustangs. Coach Boovey, graduate of University of Northern Iowa, outstanding athlete, and he actually played professionally in the Pirates organization for 7 years. Also has spent time as the assistant coach at Northwestern College in the GPAC. He was the assistant under head coach Brian Weedy from 2009 to 2014, head coach at MLC Floyd Valley from 2012 to 2014, and he also serves as the executive director of the Sioux Empire Baseball Association. So a good baseball guy, Coach Adam Boovey. This is a Morningside team that's playing really good baseball right now. They've won 5 straight and 10 of their last 11. pair of 5-game win streaks in between the lone loss, a 1-run loss to Mount Marty back on April 3. Since then, they defeated Mount Marty in the second game of a doubleheader and then knocked off Northwestern and Hastings last week in a pair of GPAC doubleheaders. Most recently, they beat Hastings last weekend 10-1 and 2-0 were those scores. Morningside, as I said, they returned 8 of their starters from their normal everyday lineup, including 5 players who earned all-conference honors last year. Jason Willers returns after earning first-team all-conference. He's batting .364. He's got 44 hits, 8 home runs, 43 RBIs. Carter Aids returns after earning second-team all-conference honors. He's hitting .386 this season. And then they have 3 players who earned honorable mention all-conference honors. Aiden Bishop hitting .330, Eddie Brancato hitting .321, and Hunter Jenkins hitting .233 for the Mustangs. This is a Mustangs team that is 12th in the NAI in batting average, hitting .340, second best behind Concordia in the GPAC. Their pitching staff, anchored by Wade Canaday, a second-team all-conference player. He's their number 1. Pitched last weekend against Hastings, so we will not see Canaday most likely on the bump. Aiden Bishop, it was their number 2 starter last year. He's 4-2 with a 5.21 ERA. Wade Canaday 7-1 with a 2.68 earned run average. For Dordt, under head coach Nathan Bacon. Bacon in his 4th season as the Defenders head coach. He was hired in July of 2019. His first season was the COVID year, cut short. And in 2021, they went 16-30. 2022, 12-32, finished 10th in the conference last year. Returned 4 position players and 2 of their top 3 pitchers, led by Jungju Kim, a 2-time first-team all-conference player. He'll be on the hill in Game 1. Nick Yeager also returns as a starting pitcher. Offensively, they're led by Dylan Stanley, a returner. .314 batting average, 6 home runs, 25 RBIs. Nolan Christensen hitting .299 with 9 RBIs and 11 runs. Logan DeVries hitting .297 as a returner with 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. Jason Carrig, a talented freshman, having an outstanding initial season for the Defenders, hitting .351, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, tied for the team lead with 22 runs scored. We're going to pause for the national anthem, and we'll have the first pitch in the starting lineups coming up next on the Dordt Media Network. You're watching Defender Baseball.
Hello fans of Defender Sports, hope you're enjoying the game whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
Welcome back to Open Space Park, site of this Defender Baseball doubleheader. Dordt playing host to Morningside GPAC doubleheader. Dordt, the home team on the scoreboard. We're going to play 2 7-inning games with no 10-run rule in effect, so we'll play a full 7 both times. For the Defenders and head coach Nathan Bacon, starting lineup for the Defenders will go left to right in the outfield. Anthony Rodriguez is in left. Logan Harris, Nolan Christensen completes the outfield. Your infield from third to first, Ethan Hogesteger, Jason Carrig, Logan DeVries, Caden Davis. Juan Sanchez is behind the plate. And getting the start on the mound for the Defenders is Jungju Kim, two-time first-team all-conference player. 4-2 record, 50 2/3 innings. He's got an ERA of 6.22. He is second in the GPAC in terms of strikeouts per 9 innings, second to his teammate Nick Yeager. Kim's got 70 strikeouts, just 22 walks in 50 2/3 innings. Teams are hitting .288 against the senior right-hander. He will have a tough task as this is a Morningside team that is very good offensively. As I mentioned in the pregame, 12th in the NAI, second in the conference, hitting .340 as a team. Not a team that hits a lot of home runs, just 24 home runs, 7th best in the league, but they are scoring close to 8 runs per game, pounding out 12 hits per contest. And Morningside's batting order looks like this for head coach Adam Boovey. Hunter Hope, Eddie Brancato, Jason Willers, first-team all-conference returner for the Mustangs. The cleanup hitter is Nick Grajeda, Elijah Rude, Ryan Kielbasa, Alex Calabresi, Brian Garcia, and Carter Aids is your 1 through 9 lineup. Leading off is Hunter Hope for the Mustangs. He is the starting left fielder. And Kim set to deliver the first pitch. Kim, ground ball to the right side, takes a hop. There is the Defender's second baseman, Logan DeVries, over to Davis. And 1 pitch, 1 away. Good start for the Defenders, 1 down in the top of the first inning. 4-3 is how you would score that, just in case you were wondering, for keeping score at home. That'll bring up Eddie Brancato, the starting third baseman. Brancato, a junior from Arlington Heights, Illinois. Give you Brancato's numbers here after the first pitch from Kim. Misses down low. Brancato, two-time all-conference player, hitting .321, 33 runs scored, 6th best in the GPAC, 31 RBIs, 4 home runs. He does a little bit of everything. Line drive, that'll fall in for a hit. One opts to the left fielder, Anthony Rodriguez, who will throw it in. 1 out single by Brancato. He's at first with 1 down, and that'll bring up Jason Willers. Willers will be the batter, first-team all-conference catcher. Key returner for Coach Boovey's squad. Willers, sophomore from Davenport, Iowa. Willers at the plate. On at first base is Brancato. Kim will work from the stretch for the first time. Willers hitting .364. And Kim leisurely tosses it over to first. Brancato dives back safely. 1 away. Brancato with a single to left field. It stands at first. Grajeda on deck. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch from Kim. Willers comes up empty. 0-1 the count to Jason Willers. Kim typically has very good command, good control, 22 walks, 70 strikeouts. Off speed, pitch and a beauty. Catches the corner, and it's 0-2 to Willers. Morningside, not only do they not have a ton of power, 24 home runs, they don't steal a lot of bases either, just 21 stolen bases on the year. Caught just 3 times, but that is last in the GPAC. So Coach Boovey, typically not a running team, so to speak. Pitch misses high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Willers. Behind the plate for the Defenders is Sanchez, Juan Sanchez, a graduate transfer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kim delivers. Misses off the plate with a off-speed pitch. Count is 2-2 to Jason Willers with the designated hitter Grajeda on deck. Morningside averaging 8 runs per game if you round it up. 2-2 count. Kim gets the sign from his catcher. And the pitch misses high, and the count is full. After being up ahead in the count 0-2, Willers has now worked the count full 3-2 with Brancato at first. We'll keep an eye on Brancato here. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away, top of the first inning. And Brancato gets started, and it's hit foul, left field side. Looked like it was a hit and run, maybe not a straight steal. Brancato kind of got somewhat of a later start, if it were indeed a straight steal. Coach Boovy at third base, handing out the signs here. 3-2 the count, another payoff pitch to Brancato. The pitch from Kim, another foul ball. Good battle going on between Kim and the number 3 hitter, Jason Willers, with Brancato at first base. Already 8 pitches to Willers in this at-bat. And another payoff pitch from Kim. Popped it up right side. Christensen takes a couple of steps toward the line, makes the easy catch for out number 2. So Willers flies out to shallow right field, 2 down. And the batter will be Nick Grajeda, designated hitter for the Mustangs. Freshman from Sun Valley, California. Grajeda hitting .376. That's 8th best average in the GPAC. The only left-handed hitter in the lineup for the Mustangs. Then the wind blowing hard out to right field. Kim's fastball misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes to Grajeda. If Grajeda would reach, it'll be Elijah Rude coming to bat. Kim. Another fastball. That one's popped foul, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Grajeda. Hope grounded out to second. 1 out single to Brancato. Willers flew out to right. There's 2 down in the top of the first inning. No score. Game 1 of this GPAC doubleheader. 1-1 pitch from Kim. Ground ball right side. And DeVries unable to control it, and there's no play at first. And Grajeda will reach base on the air. Brancato to second with 2 down. Those are the kind of plays that ordinarily you got to make, especially against a quality opponent like Morningside. Playing really good baseball. They've won 5 in a row, 10 of 11, tied for first with Concordia in the conference. You have a chance to get out of the inning. That'll bring up Elijah Rude, the first baseman. He leads the Mustangs with a .430 batting average, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. Dangerous hitter here with 2 down and 2 out. First pitch from Kim is low. 1 ball, no strikes to Rude. Rude, senior from Hudson, Wisconsin, one of the returners for Coach Adam Boovy. 1 ball, no strikes. Kim looks the runner back. The pitch fouled off. Right side evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. If Rude would reach, it'll be Kielbasa coming up in the number 6 spot. 1 ball, 1 strike to Elijah Rude. Just a reminder that the softball team will be in action starting at 5 down in Fremont. Off speed and just missed. I was going to say off speed and a beauty, but good thing I didn't say that because it was a ball. Still looked pretty nice, but I'm not directly behind home plate. 2 balls and a strike. Kim's got to be careful here. Another off speed pitch. There's the strike. And it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Elijah Rude. Brancato at second, Grajeda at first with 2 down. Key hitter here. DeVries playing that cat and mouse game at second to try to keep the runner close. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled off. Right field side, and the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coach Jeff Zomer and the softball team playing Midland in a matchup of unbeaten teams in the conference. You have 3 unbeaten teams at this point in the conference. Northwestern ranked 13th in the NAI. They're 8-0. Midland 6-0. Dordt at 4-0. There's a chopper. Tough play for the shortstop, Carrig. Long throw. Nice play by the defender shortstop, Jason Carrig, over to Caden Davis. And the defenders work around the error. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 Mustang runners left on base at the end of the top of the first. No score here at Open Space Park. Take a quick break. We'll come back with more Defender Baseball. Dordt Media Network.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
No score as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Dordt playing host to Morningside in a GPAC doubleheader. Defensively for the Mustangs and Coach Adam Boovy, your outfield, Hunter Hope in left, Garcia in center. Carter Aids is in right. Your infield from third to first, it's Broncata, Kielbasa, Calabresi, and Rude. Behind the plate is Willers getting the start. For the Mustangs here in game 1, Aiden Bishop, a junior left-hander from Lincoln, Nebraska. He was the number 2 starter a year ago. This year he's in the rotation as well. He's got a 4-2 record, 5.21 ERA. He is making his 10th appearance, all starts. He has 1 complete game, 38 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, 19 walks. Team's hitting .250 against the left-hander. And he will face a Dordt lineup that's hitting .286, right in the middle of the conference in terms of team batting average. 6th in the conference, averaging just under 6 runs per game and 8.5 hits per contest. Leading off is the center fielder Logan Harris. Swings at the first pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Kielbasa, over to first in time. And Harris is retired on the 6-3 ground out, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Nolan Christensen will be the batter for the defenders. So Christensen will be the batter with 1 away, and the base is empty. Junior from Omaha, Nebraska, Christensen, one of the returners to this defender lineup. Give you his numbers here in a moment. After the pitch from Bishop, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to Nolan Christensen, hitting .299, no home runs, 9 RBIs, 11 runs scored. For Christensen, the starting right fielder. And he grounds one through the hole on the right side for a base hit. Went with the pitch. Christensen with the inside-out swing. Hits it to right field. And a 1-out single for Christensen. Christensen is aboard. That'll bring up Jason Carrig, freshman shortstop, and he's a good one for the defenders. Made the nice play to end the top of the first inning. Freshman from Irvine, California. He's the top hitter for the defenders, hitting .351. Couple home runs, 14 RBIs. Tied for the team lead with 22 runs scored. Off-speed pitch. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Carrig. Lefty against lefty here. Wind blowing hard to the right field side. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Bishop. In there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Dordt and Morningside. Christensen on at first base. A 1-out single to the right side. Here's the 1-1 from Bishop. Off speed, and Carrig flies it right center field. Hit pretty well. The wind caught it. Making the play, though, is Carter Aids, the right fielder in right center field. 2 down as Christensen trots back to first base. 2 down and a runner at first. And Dylan Stanley will be the batter. Stanley, another returner, junior from Orlando, Florida. In the designated hitter spot, he's the cleanup hitter for the Defenders. .314 average, team high 6 home runs and 25 RBIs. And the first pitch by Bishop is low. Bishop, kind of a unique delivery, really, for the left-hander. Reminds me a little bit of Sid Fernandez dating back to the 80s in the New York Mets. There's a ground ball to the right side, and Calabrese for Morningside, the second baseman, over to Elijah Rude on a 4-3 ground out. And the Defenders get one hit. They leave him stranded at first base at the end of one inning. We're scoreless here at Open Space Park. More Defender baseball coming up next on the Dordt Media Network after this short break.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
Top of the second inning we go. No score between Dordt and Morningside. Due up for the Mustangs. You will have Kielbasa, Calabrese, and Garcia. 6, 7, 8 spots in the order. Each team had a one-out single. Had runners on base in their respective half inning in the first, but no runs scored. Kim will start inning number 2. Pitched a scoreless first inning. Pitched around a one-out single and also an error. First pitch is a line drive, center field, and a nice play by Logan Harris. Don't minimize how tough of a play that was. Hit right at the center fielder, and it was hit well, a line drive. And if you turn the wrong way, I've seen it many, many times that you're kind of lost and you're unable to make the play. But Harris does make the running catch straightaway center field. And there's one down on a line out by Kielbasa. One down, that'll bring up Calabrese, the starting second baseman for the Mustangs, sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska. Calabrese batting .309, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Kim, that's a line drive to left field, will fall in for a hit, and Morningside has their second hit of the ball game. Another one-out single, this time by Calabrese. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Brian Garcia, with 1 on and 1 out. Garcia, junior from Burbank, California, comes to bat. Hitting .340, 18 RBIs on the season. Garcia in the number 8 spot. And Kim misses low with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes to Garcia. He'll be followed in the order by Carter Aids in the number 9 spot. Then the top of the order coming up for Morningside. And the 1-0. Line drive, and thankfully goes foul. That probably would have scored a run. For sure a double, if not a triple. Base runner Calabrese was already rounding second on a ball that was sliced into the corner. Thankfully, it was fouled by a foot or 2. Just a long strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Garcia. Runner at first is Calabrese. No score. Top of the second inning. In a scheduled 7-inning contest. Kim misses low. 2 balls and a strike to Garcia. Kim, he pitched Friday in Friday's game 1 against Concordia. Pitched around 80 pitches or so. Factored into the decision, he was the loss. The runner takes off. Pitch was a strike. And the throw goes into center field. Base runner Calabresi will go to third on the play. They're going to call him out. Batter interference. As you would assume, Coach Adam Boovey is going to have a discussion with the home plate umpire. Pitch was a strike. Calabresi running on the play and was safe at second. The throw down to center field went into center field, which allowed Calabresi to go to third. But all of that, I think, is going to get waved off. The base runner, Calabresi, is going to have to go back to first. The batter is going to be called out if the play stands. And it will indeed. So Garcia is ruled out on the batter interference.
To you.
Calabresi, and yep, you got to score it to you. Got to give the put out to the nearest field player. In this case, it would be the catcher. There's 2 down, and the number 9 hitter, Carter Aids, will be the batter, with Calabresi back at first base. 0-1 the count to Aids. Second team all-conference player, hitting .386 this season. 6 RBIs, 11 runs scored. Every starter in the batting order hitting above 300 for Morningside. Very good offensive team, hitting .340 as a team. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kim delivers. Misses high. 2 balls and a strike to Aids. Top of the order on deck with Hunter Hope. It's a Morningside team that does not strike out much. They are tops in the league in fewest strikeouts. Swing and a miss there. The count is 2-2 to the number 9 hitter, Aids. In 33 games, they've struck out just 190 times. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kim delivers. The runner takes off. Ball skied to the right side. First baseman Caden Davis with a good effort, unable to make the catch. And we'll do it again with the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right fielder Nolan Christensen had a long way to run. He's got the better angle but couldn't get there. Would have been a tough play for the first baseman Caden Davis over the shoulder. So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The number 9 hitter, Carter Aids, with Calabresi at first, and 2 down. Morningside 2 hits, a couple of singles. Left runners on base on first and second in the first inning. The 2-2 from Kim. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that ends the Morningside second inning. Kim strikes out Aids for his first strikeout of the game. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base at the end of an inning and a half. We're still scoreless. Morningside and Dordt. Be back with more after this short timeout. Bottom of the second inning we go. We're scoreless here at Open Space Park. GPAC doubleheader. Dordt playing host to Morningside. Due up for the defenders. Logan DeVries, Caden Davis, Anthony Rodriguez, and if anyone should reach, it'll be the catcher Juan Sanchez. We are at 5, 6, 7 spots in the order. Leading off is Logan DeVries, senior from Pine Bush, New York. Takes low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the second baseman DeVries, hitting .297, just a shade under 300. Fouls the pitch off, kind of fists it foul behind home plate. And the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Aiden Bishop, the left-hander for Morningside, gets the start in game 1. Gave up 1 hit in a scoreless first inning, a 1-out single from Nolan Christensen. 1 ball, 1 strike to DeVries. The pitch, and that is gonna hit DeVries. And the pitcher, Aiden Bishop, asking the home plate umpire. Suppose he's arguing that DeVries did not attempt to get out of the way, but to no avail, and Logan DeVries will be at first after being hit by a pitch. Defenders have the leadoff batter aboard, and Caden Davis will be the batter. Davis, a returning letter winner, .256 average, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. Another left-handed batter with a little pop in the bat. He's got home run potential, and takes a pitch in there for a strike up at the letters. 1 ball, no balls, 1 strike. 0-1 the count to Davis with Rodriguez on deck. Throw over to first. Diving back is DeVries. DeVries, 1 stolen base attempt on the season. Short lead against the left-hander, Aiden Bishop. The pitch fouled off. That might be blown back in fair territory. We'll see. Nice play by the third baseman, Morningside. Eddie Brancato makes the play. The wind blew that back on, and you'll see it here on the replay. Brancato with a tough play, over-the-shoulder catch. He finds it, and a great catch by the third baseman, Brancato, and there's 1 out. 1 down and a runner at first as Davis fouls out to third. Rodriguez will be the batter, the starting left fielder, .278 batting average this season. First pitch, fouled off. 0-1 the count to Rodriguez. Sanchez on deck, the starting catcher for the defenders. 0-1 the count to Rodriguez. 15 out of 54, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs for Rodriguez. And the pitch, ground ball through the hole on the left side. And the defenders will have runners at first and second and 1 out. The second hit for the defenders. Christensen with a 1-out single. Rodriguez with a 1-out single. DeVries, who was hit by a pitch, advances to second. 2 on, 1 out for the catcher Juan Sanchez, a graduate student from Corpus Christi, Texas. Sanchez hitting .242 with a home run, 9 RBIs on the season. Defenders threatening here, bottom of the second inning. Sanchez takes a pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. Ethan Hogestegger on deck, the number 9 hitter for the defenders. 1 ball, no strikes. DeVries at second, Rodriguez at first. Ground ball. Nice play by the Morningside shortstop. He's just going to eat it. He's not going to try to make the long throw deep in the hole. And we're going to call that an infield single. Infield single for Sanchez. And the bases are going to be loaded. Kind of right where the same place that Rodriguez had his single. This time the shortstop, Kielbasa, got a glove on it, made the stop, but had no play. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Sanchez, the catcher, at first base. Bases loaded with 1 out. Number 9 hitter Ethan Hogestegger will be the batter. .308 batting average, 12 RBIs, 10 runs scored. And the pitch coming from Bishop. Misses. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. DeVries at third. Rodriguez at second. And the courtesy runner at first. It is Baker. Ben Baker running is the courtesy. And next pitch misses inside. They appeal to the field umpire, and he did not go. And a favorable count here for Hogesteiger, ahead in the count 2-0. So Baker running at first for Sanchez. Hitters count for Hogesteiger, top of the order coming up, just 1 out, and the base is full of defenders. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Bishop. Count is 2-1 to the starting third baseman for the defenders. 2 balls and a strike. Bishop working from the stretch. Takes a look at the runners, delivers the pitch, fouled off. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corner infielders. First baseman's playing even with the bag. Third baseman, double play depth, as are the middle infielders. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Scoreless here. Dordt and Morningside. And the pitch from Bishop. Fouled off again. Hogesteiger hangs in. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes to the defender third baseman. Logan Harris on deck, the leadoff hitter for Dordt. And the 2-2 pitch coming up from Bishop. The pitch misses outside, and the count is full. Base is loaded, so a walk gets the job done. Well, that'll lead to a run. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Payoff pitch coming up from Bishop. Well hit, right field. That's going to get for sure 1 run in, and then it's going to be a grand slam. That's going to get 4 runs in. The wind just took that one. What seemed like a well-hit ball, but maybe not that well hit, but the wind gets a hold of it. And the defenders have a grand slam by Ethan Hogesteiger, and they lead Morningside 4-0. DeVries scores. Rodriguez scores. Baker scores. Hogesteiger with his home run. That is his first home run of the season. RBIs number 13, 14, 15, and 16. And Dordt with a 4-0 lead. I know that is for sure the second grand slam of the season for the defenders. Caden Davis had one last week in the wild high-scoring game down in Sioux City, Briar Cliff. That's going to bring up Logan Harris, and he takes the first 2 pitches for a strike, down in the count 0-2. Wind blowing hard out to right field. Hogesteiger hit it well, but the wind aided that, but it cleared the fence by quite a bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nolan Christensen to hit next for the defenders. It's 4-0, Dordt with the lead. And the 1-2. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the 3rd hit of the inning and 4th of the game for the defenders. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss. Bishop responds, strikes out Logan Harris for the 2nd out. And there's 2 down. 2 down, bottom of the 2nd inning. Nolan Christensen will be the batter. He's 1 for 1 with a 1-out single back in the 1st. Base is empty. Dordt with a 4-0 lead. And the pitch from Bishop is fisted foul toward the Morningside dugout. 0-1 the count to Christensen. If Christensen can extend the inning, Jason Carrig will be the batter. So a grand slam by Hogesteger, the third baseman for the Defenders. Next pitch is off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christensen. Christensen 1 for 1. Pushed his batting average to over 300 with that first inning single. And the 1-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Kielbasa across the diamond to Rude for the third and final out. But the Defenders strike first. 3 hits, 4 runs, the big blow, a grand slam by Ethan Hogesteger, and the Dordt lead is 4-0 as we head to the third. We'll have it for you after a short timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball via the Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Furniture Mart. Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, window treatments at your local Furniture Mart, family owned and located downtown Sioux Center.
Dordt with a 4-0 lead over Morningside as we head to the top of the third inning. Grand slam home run by Defender third baseman Ethan Hogesteger in the bottom of the second inning. Due up for Morningside, they will have the top of the order. Hope, Brancato, Willers, and if anyone should reach, it'll be Grajeda. Hunter Hope to lead things off against Jungju Kim for the Defenders, who has pitched well. He's given up a couple of hits, 1 strikeout. Has not walked a batter through 2 innings. Kim coming in with a 4-2 record. This is 10th start of the season. Hope grounded out to second his first time up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And the first pitch from Kim. Hope showing bunt, pulls it back, but takes a strike, and it's 0-1 to Hunter Hope. Hope, the leadoff hitter, junior from Sioux City, Iowa, local product. Played his high school ball at Bishop Heelan. 1 ball, 1 strike on the fastball that misses low. 1-1 to Hope. Brancato on deck for the Mustangs. And the 1-1 from Kim. That one is low as well. Bounces on the plate, gets away from the catcher. Sanchez, 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 the count to the leadoff hitter, Hope. Kim, 31 pitches, 20 of them strikes so far. He's keeping that pitch count manageable. Next pitch is fouled off, third base side, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hope. Brancato to hit next, followed by Willers. Top of the order here in the top of the third inning. 4-0, Dordt with the lead. Kim shaking off his catcher. Sanchez, here's the pitch, fouled off. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. To the leadoff hitter, Hope. Morningside, they've won 5 straight contests. They've won 10 of 11. And they're tied with Concordia for first place. Bouncer foul as Hope stays in the at-bat. Still 2-2. Morningside tied with Concordia atop the conference standings at 11-3. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hope. And the pitch from Kim, the right-hander. High fastball, swing and a miss. And Kim strikes out the leadoff hitter in inning number 3, Hunter Hope. There's 1 away. Second strikeout for Kim in this contest. Eddie Brancato to hit. He's 1 for 1 with a single to left field. Was stranded at second base back in the first inning. 1 out, bases empty, top of the third inning. And the first pitch from Kim, breaking ball and a beauty, and it's 0-1 to Brancato. 0-1 the count to Eddie Brancato. Defenders pretty much playing him straight up. And the 0-1. Bouncer to the left side. Carrig with the backhanded stop. Long throw in time to get Brancato. Another fine play by Jason Carrig, the freshman shortstop. And again, you'll see it on the replay, courtesy of the Dordt Media Network. Nice backhanded play, strong, accurate throw. Also, you got to give credit to Caden Davis, the first baseman, with a nice stretch, and there's 2 down. 6-3 ground out, bases empty for Jason Willers, and that's a good thing because Willers, very good hitter. 8 home runs, 43 RBIs. This is where you want to face Willers with the bases empty. Takes a pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes to Willers. Willers, if he can extend the inning, will have Grajeda hit behind him, the cleanup hitter. Next pitch is low, 2-0 the count to Willers. Mentioned in the pregame, and when Willers was up for the first time, he's a returning first-team all-conference catcher for Coach Adam Bovey's squad. Very good hitter, 364 average, 8 home runs, 43 RBIs. And a 3-0 count now to Willers with Grajeda on deck. 3-0 the count. See if Coach Bovey will give his catcher the green light here. And the 3-0 from Kim. And he's taken, and he took a strike. 3-1 the count to Willers. 4-0 is the score. Dordt in front of Morningside. And the 3-1. And that misses low. And Willers reaches on a 2-out walk. He'll be lifted for a courtesy runner. Number 15, I believe. Zach Hefty running for Morningside. Junior from Baltic, South Dakota, running for the catcher. Still 2 down. Runner at first for the cleanup hitter, Nick Grajeda. Reached on an error back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Kim, first pitch, took something off it. Grajeda swings through it. 0-1 the count to Grajeda. Elijah Rude to hit next for the Mustangs if Grajeda can find a way to extend the inning. Grajeda, left-handed batter. The 0-1 is fouled off, and Kim ahead in the count. 0-2, has a couple of pitches now to work with. See if he can get Grajeda to chase something out of the zone. And the 0-2 pitch coming from Kim. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Good inning from Kim. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 for the game. And Dordt keeps Morningside off the scoreboard. Dordt 4, Morningside nothing as we head to the bottom of the third. We'll have it for you after a brief timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
Bottom of the third inning we go from Open Space Park. Defenders enjoying a 4-0 lead over Morningside. Due up for the defenders and head coach Nathan Bacon's club, Jason Carrig, Dylan Stanley, Logan DeVries. If anyone should reach, it'll be Caden Davis. 3, 4, 5. Heart of the order for the defenders. And the first pitch from Bishop is taken for a ball by Carrig, who's 0 for 1, flew out to right field his first time up. 1 ball, no strikes to the freshman Jason Carrig. Bishop delivers. Fly ball left side. That's going to stay in play, and the third baseman's going to find it. He gets under it. Another nice play by Brancato for the out. Another ball that was affected by the wind, probably a foul ball. Maybe out of the park or out of the field of play, but it's blown back, and Carrig fouls out to third. 1 away, and Stanley will be the batter. Stanley, first pitch swinging, base hit, right field. Takes a long turn, but it will be held to a single. Dylan Stanley with his first hit of the ball game. The 5th hit overall for the defenders off of Aiden Bishop. So Stanley at first with 1 out. That'll bring up Logan DeVries. DeVries was hit by a pitch, came around to score on the grand slam by Hogesteger. And the first pitch to DeVries. Takes a strike with a breaking ball. 0-1 the count to Logan DeVries. Dylan Stanley at first with 1 out. Defenders lead 4-0. And the 0-1. Just missed. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count to the defender's second baseman, Logan DeVries. Here's the 1-1 from Bishop. Ground ball to the shortstop, Kielbasa. Over to Calabresi for 1, to Rude at first, and a 6-4-3 double play for Morningside. And that ends the third inning for the defenders. Through 3, Dordt 4, Morningside nothing. As we head to the top of the 4th inning, we'll have it for you after a short timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Top of the 4th inning we go. Dordt enjoying a 4-0 lead over Morningside in this first game of a GPAC doubleheader at Open Space Park. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network. Our Dordt Media Network crew, Nathan is the director. You got Clay and Destiny on the camera duties. Thank you for their work on bringing the video production piece of this possible. Due up for the Mustangs, they will have the 5, 6, 7 spots in the order. Leading off will be Elijah Rude, Ryan Kielbasa, and Alex Calabresi will follow in the order. Rude 0 for 1, grounded out to short to end the first inning. Steps in against Kim, and a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count to Rude. Kim recorded his first strikeout to end the second. Last inning he had 2 more. He's got 3 for the game along with 1 walk. Rude fouls the next pitch off, and it's 0-2. Kim has given up 2 hits. He's walked 1. Another batter reached on an error, so 4 base runners against Kim. Ahead in the count, 0-2. The pitch from Kim misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elijah Rude, the first baseman for Morningside. Kim's pitch count at 46 pitches, 29 of which are strikes. He's had good command, as is typically the case with Kim. The 1-2 to Rude. Fouls it off. Stays in the at-bat. Still 1-2 to Elijah Rude. Game 2 will follow about 20 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1. This one started at 4 p.m., maybe a 6:30 start time. Here's the 1-2 from Kim. Swing and a miss. As Rude strikes out, that's 4 strikeouts for Kim. And there's 1 down with the bases empty in the 4th. 1 out in the 4th. That'll bring up Kielbasa, who lined out to center field. If you remember, Logan Harris made a nice play on a ball pretty well hit by Kielbasa. One of those line drives that it's easy to get direction turn the wrong way, but Harris played it beautifully and made the catch. First pitch to Kielbasa is low. 1 ball, no strikes. To the shortstop for Morningside, Kielbasa initiated the 6-4-3 double play to end the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Kielbasa. And the pitch from Kim misses low, and it's 2-0. No activity in either bullpen at this point. Teams have combined for 7 hits and 1 error. Dordt in front 4-0. There's a slow bouncer. Third base side goes foul. 2-1 the count to Kielbasa. 2 balls and a strike. It's nearing 5 p.m., so we'll keep one eye on the scoreboard down in Fremont, Nebraska. The Defender softball team in action against Midland in a important doubleheader for the Defenders. So they look to stay unbeaten in the league play, as does Midland, mind you. Kielbasa fouls the next pitch off. 2-2 the count to Kielbasa. Coach Jeff Zomer playing a doubleheader down in Fremont. Here's the 2-2 from Kim. Misses with the fastball, and the count is full to Kielbasa. 3-2 the count. 3-2 the count. Base is empty, 1 down. The pitch. Bouncer through the left side for a base hit. Well-placed ball hit by Kielbasa. Another single for Morningside. That's their 3rd hit of the contest. Singles by Brancato, Calabresi, and now Kielbasa. Calabresi will step to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single back in the 2nd inning. So 1 on, 1 out, 4-0. Defenders with the lead. Top of the 4th. Calabresi steps to the plate. The pitch from Kim, swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher, but Sanchez locates it and keeps the runner at first. No advancement. 0-1 the count to Calabresi. Calabresi hitting .309. As I mentioned, all 9 players in the Morningside batting order hitting above 300. One of them, Elijah Rude, hitting over 400 on the season. Swing and a miss there. Kim ahead in the count, 0-2 to Alex Calabresi, the second baseman for Morningside. 0-2 the count with 1 away, runner at first. Defenders with a 4-0 lead. And Kim with a leisurely toss over to first. Calabresi dives back. Kielbasa is at first. Kielbasa, 2 stolen bases, has not been thrown out. And again, this is a Morningside team that doesn't steal a lot of bases. Strike 3 called on a fastball. That pitch froze Calabresi. I think he was guessing, and he guessed wrong. Strikeout number 5 for Kim, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up the center fielder, Brian Garcia, who was ruled out on batter's interference his last time up. 0 for 1. 2 down, runner at first. First pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Garcia. Carter Aids on deck, the number 9 hitter. Like to save that number 9 hitter to lead off the next inning if you're the defenders here. 2-0 the count to Garcia. Runner at first is Kielbasa. A 1-out single to the left side. Kim has given up 3 hits, all singles. It's not giving up an extra base hit at this point. And the 2-0 pitch, time called. And that's going to be a pitch clock violation, so it's going to be 3-0 the count. So 3-0 the count as Kim called for the pitch clock. And Kim, 4-pitch walk to Garcia. Runners at first and second and 2 down. That is the second walk issued by Kim to go with 5 strikeouts. The number 9 hitter, Carter Aids, will be the batter. He struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 2 on, 2 out. Second time that Morningside has had 2 runners on base in this one. They left runners in this position in the first inning. First pitch is off speed. Sanchez with a nice stop behind the plate to keep the runners from advancing. 1 ball, no strikes to Aids. Top of the order, hoping for a chance for Morningside. 1 ball, no strikes. Kim looks the runner back, delivers. Next pitch is outside. 2-0 the count to Aids. Kim now up to 64 pitches. And the 2-0 misses high, and it's 3-0. 3-0 the count. And just walked Garcia on 4 pitches. Now he's a down in the count, 3-0 to Carter Aids, the number 9 hitter. 2 on, 2 out, and the 3-0. There's a strike at the letters. 3-1 the count. 3-1 the count to Aids. Kielbasa at second, Garcia at first. Kim delivers. Misses inside, and the bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks issued by Kim. Kielbasa moves to third. Garcia to second. Aids to first. And the top of the order, Hunter Hope will be the batter. Hope, this will be his 3rd time facing Kim. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to second and struck out. Defender catcher Juan Sanchez makes a trip to the mound to talk to Kim. Second baseman Logan DeVries also comes in. Kim was called for that pitch clock violation, and I'm going to say it may have rattled him a little bit. Since then, he's continued to walk that batter, Brian Garcia, and then walked Aids on 5 pitches. So Kim, with the bases loaded and 2 down, Dordt in front, 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Morningside with its best scoring chance of the game. Kim will work from the windup. The pitch, it's a good one. Strike called to Hunter Hope, and it's 0-1 to the left fielder Hope. Brancato to hit next if Hope can extend the inning. 0-1 the count, and the windup from Kim delivers. Off speed, misses high. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Morningside looking for their first runs of the game, trailing Dordt 4-0. And the 1-1 from Kim. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. He's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hope. 1-2 the count. And Kim focusing on the batter. From the windup, delivers the 1-2. That's well hit. Line drive, that's going to fall in for a hit. It's going to lead to 1 run. Rounding second is Garcia. And Morningside breaks through A 2-run single by Hunter Hope cuts the lead in half. Dordt leading 4-2. Coming in to score is Kielbasa and Garcia. Carter Aids held at second. First and second, still 2 down. Now it's 4-2 on the 2-run single by Hope. That'll bring up Eddie Brancato, who's 1 for 2, singled and grounded out to short. 4-2 is the score. The pitch from Kim in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Brancato. Brancato is the 7th batter to come to the plate in this inning for Morningside. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2 to Brancato. Kim and the defenders 1 strike away from getting out of this top of the 4th inning without any further damage. 2 runs across, 2-run single by Hunter Hope. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Kim as he strikes out Brancato to end the top of the 4th. But Morningside breaks through. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. Leave 2 runners on base at the end of 3.5. It is Dordt 4, Morningside 2. We'll come back after a short break and have the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Dordt in front 4-2 against Morningside. Dordt led 4-0. Grand slam by Ethan Hogestager in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Morningside broke through with 2 runs in the top of the 4th, so the defenders with a 4-2 lead now due up for Dordt. Caden Davis, Anthony Rodriguez, and Juan Sanchez. We are at the 6, 7, 8 spots in the order. Dordt softball, game 1 underway down in Fremont against Midland in a GPAC doubleheader. And the first pitch from Aiden Bishop, swing and a miss from Caden Davis, 0-1 the count. Davis fouled out to third on a fine play by Brancato in foul territory. The 0-1, swing and a miss out in front of the breaking ball, quickly 0-2 to Davis. Davis to lead things off. Dordt trying to respond after giving up 2 runs in the top of the 4th. Dordt still leads 4-2. Another off-speed pitch comes inside. That one is a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Caden Davis. 1-2 the count. Dordt with 5 hits so far. The pitch from Bishop popped it up. That is going to be out of play. The wind is not going to bring that one back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. And Bishop gets the sign from his catcher and the pitch. Fouled back. Dordt 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Morningside 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Both starting pitchers are in. Bishop, his pitch count just at 32 pitches. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. Strikes out Davis to start the inning. And there's 1 away. That is Bishop's 2nd strikeout of the game. And Anthony Rodriguez will be the batter. He's 1 for 1, came around to score on the home run, the grand slam hit by Hogestager. Rodriguez coming up to the plate. Base is empty and 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, the pitch. Just off the plate. It's called the ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Rodriguez. Both golf teams will be in action later on this week. It's a Friday-Saturday 2-day meet inside with a fastball, and it's 2-0 to Rodriguez. It's called the Tatanka Spring Invite, played at the Tatanka Golf Club, Niobrara, Nebraska. 10 a.m. start time on Friday, Saturday around 8:30. Both the women and the men will be heading there to play. Here's the 2-0, swing and a miss. Good cut by Rodriguez. 2-1 the count. Track and field will be at the Sioux City Relays. That's a 2-day meet. Beginning on Friday. Will conclude on Saturday. Off the plate, 3-1. Hitters count here to Anthony Rodriguez. No score down in Fremont, top of the second inning. That's going to be a pitcher's duel. Rincon versus Kramer in game one. Two all-conference quality pitchers. Both have earned all-conference previous seasons and are on their way to another all-conference season. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. And Bishop delivers. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts from Aiden Bishop. And there's 2 down. 3 strikeouts now for Bishop. Juan Sanchez will be the batter with 2 down and the base is empty. Sanchez is the batter. Infield single for Sanchez his first time up. Hit one on the ground between shortstop and third, and shortstop made the play. Stopped it from going to the outfield but had no play. Deep into the hole on the left side. 1 ball, no strikes to Sanchez with the bases empty and 2 down. The pitch in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Bishop, this inning especially, has really relied on his breaking, his off-speed stuff. He's kept the defender hitters off balance. And Sanchez, as soon as you say that, he sprays one to the right side, and he will have extra bases. Sanchez with rounds first, and he will have a 2-out double. He went with the pitch on the off-speed pitch, hit it right to the right side. So Sanchez with his second hit of the ball game, a 2-out double, and that's going to bring up Hogesteger. Hogesteger, grand slam his first time up, a 2-out grand slam in the second inning. For the defenders, that is hit number 6. Second hit for Sanchez. So a 2-out double by Sanchez. And Baker, the courtesy runner, in once again. First pitch to Hogesteger is a ball, gets away, bounces over the catcher's head. And Baker will take third on the wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to the third baseman for the defenders, Ethan Hogesteger. Baker moves up to third with 2 down. Top of the order coming up next, hoping for a chance. The pitch off the plate, just off. Makes the count 2-0. And now Morningside is going to send some people down to the bullpen, start to get loose here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the 2-0. Inside, nearly hit him. And it's 3-0. Logan Harris due up next for the defenders. And the 3-0 pitch. And he's going to swing, gets the green light. Fouls it off on the right field side. And it's 3-1. 3-1 the count. Still a hitter's count here against Bishop. Bishop delivers. Another foul ball right side. The count is full. 3-2. Logan Harris hoping for a chance in this inning. Runner at third is Baker, running for Juan Sanchez, who hit a 2-out double. Baker advanced to third on the wild pitch. The payoff pitch. And that one is called a ball. And Hogestager reaches on a 2-out walk. Runners at first and third with 2 down. Top of the order, Harris will step to the plate. Harris 0 for 2. Grounded out in the first, struck out in the second. Got a couple of things in play here. Wild pitch, of course, could lead to a run. You could do a first and third running play. I've seen that done several times. Of course, there's always that approach of just getting a base hit here. Harris takes the inside fastball for a strike. 0-1 to Harris. 0-1 the count. And the Morningside catcher giving out his defensive signals, Jason Willers. 0-1 the count. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Swings through a breaking ball. Good pitch by Bishop, and it's 0-2. And now they have the base runner at first and a run down, so a little bit of third and first. And Morningside, the second baseman's just going to walk the base runner at first back. That's a smart play. That's how you defend that. The defender runner at third has to retreat back to third. The second baseman walking the runner back, keeping a close eye on the Dordt runner at third, making sure he didn't go. 0-2 the count. And the pitch from Bishop. Line drive, knocked down by the shortstop. That's going to get the job done. It's going to go into right center field. And the defenders with a run here, they lead 5-2. Going from first to third will be Hogestager. Baker scores on the play. Going to give him a hit there. Base hit, single, RBI single from Harris. Off of the glove of the shortstop. I think the shortstop was fooled somewhat on how hard that was hit. The timing was just a little bit off of his glove into shallow. And a RBI single for Harris. 5-2, Dordt with the lead. Nolan Christensen 1 for 2. He steps to the plate. Takes a pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Christensen, a single back in the first, grounded out to short in the second inning. Runners at the corners and 2 down. This is all a 2-out rally. Rally began with a double by Sanchez. Then a walk to Hogestager, an RBI single by Harris. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christensen. And again, you got the same scenarios. Pass ball, wild pitch will lead to a run most likely. Could do a first, third stolen base running situation. Good stop by the catcher to prevent a wild pitch. As that one hops the glove of the catcher. 2 balls and a strike to Christensen. Bishop was cruising in the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts to start it. But now has run into some trouble. 2-1 the count. And the pitch from Bishop. Line drive. That's going to get another run. RBI single by Christensen. Going from first to third is Harris. Back-to-back RBI singles from Harris and Christensen. And the defenders lead 6-2 against Morningside. Hogestager comes in to score. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Harris to third, Christensen at first. Jason Carrig will be the batter with 2 down. Carrig 0 for 2, flew out to right, fouled out to third. Little conversation between catcher and pitcher here as Jason Willers visits the mound. I think the intention here is to settle down the pitcher, but also allow for the bullpen to continue to get loose as we have a right-hander warming up down there. Update from Fremont, bottom of the second inning, no score. The defenders do have the only hit of the game. That came in the top of the second inning, but the inning is over. Pitcher's duel, Abby Kramer in the circle for the defenders. Here we go. First pitch to Carrig, in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to the shortstop, Jason Carrig, the leading hitter for the Defenders in terms of batting average, hitting .351 coming in. Couple home runs, 14 RBIs. And the pitch from Bishop. And Carrig puts down the bunt. Bishop's going to field it, and he throws it away. The Defenders will score one more for sure. Coach Ian Eshelman will hold the runner at third on the overthrow by the pitcher, and Dordt adds to the lead. They now lead 7-2 as Logan Harris scores from third. Christensen first to third. He'll be at third. Carey goes to second after the error by Morningside, and now Coach Adam Boovey will make a trip to the mound. 7-2, the Defenders with the lead over Morningside. All of this, mind you, with 2 outs. A double by Sanchez, a walk to Hogestegger, and then back-to-back 2-out RBI singles from Logan Harris and Nolan Christensen. And now an error on a ball hit by Carrig. And that's going to be all for the starting pitcher, Aiden Bishop. So Morningside will go to the bullpen. We'll give you the new name and his numbers after we return after a short break. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
New pitcher for Morningside is sophomore right-hander Josh Thurman from Surprise, Arizona. Thurman making his 10th appearance and 9th in relief. He's got a 2-0 record and an ERA of 3.60. 20 innings pitched, 10 walks, 20 strikeouts. Team's hitting just a .136 against Josh Thurman. He comes on with 2 on and 2 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. He's on in relief of Aiden Bishop, who the 2 runners on base Bishop is responsible for. This is Dylan Stanley, the Defenders' designated hitter. Stanley was 0 for 2 against Bishop, his first at-bat against the reliever, Josh Thurman. So Thurman replaces Bishop. Defenders with 3 runs across, all with 2 outs. From here on out, there'll be unearned runs, of course, and that pitch hits Stanley. Dylan Stanley will reach base. That's going to load the bases with 2 outs. Christensen at second, Christensen at third, Carrig at second, Stanley at first for Logan DeVries. Logan DeVries will be the batter. DeVries was hit by a pitch, came around to score, also grounded into a double play. He's 0 for 1. Seven to 2, Defenders with the lead, still batting in the 4th inning. Bases are loaded. DeVries the batter. And a pitch called to strike, 0-1 to Logan DeVries. DeVries is the 9th Defender hitter to come to bat in the inning. And he's facing Thurman for the first time, the right-hander. Base is loaded. And the 0-1. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. Defenders will score one. Rounding third is Carrig, and he will score. And the runner, Dylan Stanley, will be tagged out at third for the final out. But Dordt will add 2 more runs here. Or is it just one? Did the runner score? Yeah, that should count. So it should be 9-2 is the score, as Christensen and Carrig both scored before Stanley was tagged out at third. 9-2 is the score. The defenders with the lead. We'll take a break, come back with the top of the 5th inning when we return. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Defenders put a 5 spot on the board, bottom of the 4th inning. They have increased their lead over Morningside to 9-2 as we head to the 5th. Due up for Morningside, 3, 4, 5 spots in the order. Willers, Grajeda, Elijah Rude to hit third. If anyone should reach, it'll be Ryan Kielbasa. Kim still on the mound for Dordt. He's the starting pitcher for the defenders. Kim now in front 9-2. Kim, 76 pitches through 4 innings. First pitch, and that's going to be grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single for Willers. He's on for the second time and will be lifted for a courtesy runner. Zach Hefty running once again for the catcher, Willers. That is the 5th hit of the ball game for Morningside, and first for Willers. Their designated hitter, Nick Grajeda, will be the batter. Left-handed hitter. Kim delivers pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes to Grajeda. Morningside has gone to their bullpen. No activity in the defender bullpen right now. Next pitch is high. 2-0 the count to Grajeda. Grajeda, the cleanup hitter in the Mustangs lineup. 0 for 2. He's reached base on an error and also struck out. 2-1 the count to Grajeda. Hefty at first after the single by Willers. Hefty running for Willers, the 2-1. Called a strike at the knees, caught the inside corner, I guess, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dordt in front, 9-2. 4 runs in the second, 5 in the 4th. And a swing and a miss. Kim strikes out Grajeda. Strikeout number 7 for Kim. And there's 1 down in the top of the 5th. Grajeda strikes out for the second time, and that'll bring up Elijah Rude. Rude 0 for 2, a ground out to short, struck out his last time up. 1 away and the runner at first. Top of the 5th inning. Kim delivers a strike. It's 0-1 to Rude. 0-1 the count to Elijah Rude. Game 2 to follow. Depending on when this one gets done, it'll be 20 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. They'll give the teams time to regroup, maybe get a bite to eat. About 20 to 30 minutes. 0-2 the count. Kim working ahead here. Next one is low. Good stop by the catcher for the defenders. Juan Sanchez once again. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the first baseman for Morningside, Elijah Rube, with Kielbasa on deck for the Mustangs. Runner at first is Hefty, and the pitch low again. Another good stop by Sanchez. Good backstop for the defenders, Juan Sanchez. 2-2 the count to Rude. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, a runner at first, a leadoff single by Jason Willers. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts from Kim. And there's 2 down in the inning. Kim struck out the side in the 4th. He's had 2 strikeouts in each of the 3rd and the 5th inning. He's up to 8 in the game. With 2 down, it'll be Ryan Kielbasa, the shortstop for the Mustangs. Kielbasa, 1 for 2. He's hit the ball well both times. Lined out to center, singled and scored in the 4th. Takes a strike. 0-1 to Kielbasa. 0-1 the count. And Kim delivers. There's a line drive. That's going to fall in for a hit. That's going to go all the way to the fence and might lead to a run. Rounding third is Hefty. Adam Bovey's going to send the base runner, and Morningside will push another run across. A 2-out double by Kielbasa scores Hefty all the way from first, and it is now 9-3, defenders with the lead. Kielbasa with the RBI double. Kielbasa, his second double and 27th RBI of the season. Morningside with their 3rd run against Kim. There's still 2 down. And Calabresi will be the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout, and he singled. And Kim misses high with a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Calabresi. Kielbasa, the runner at second. 9-3, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. And the pitch from Kim, swing and a miss. Good fastball by Kim. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, if a doubleheader is during the week, they are both 7-inning games. It's not until the weekend where you got to play 1 9-inning game. So these are 2 7s today. Next pitch is a strike. 1-2 the count to Calabresi. Kim ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Kim, for the 2nd straight inning, strikes out all 3 Morningside batters. Does give up a couple of hits and a run, but after 4.5, the defenders still lead 9-3. And Dordt will come to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll have it for you after a short timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry-out, or delivery.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Bottom of the 5th inning we go. Dordt still in front, leading 9-3 against Morningside in Game 1 of this doubleheader. In the Great Plains Athletic Conference, due up for the defenders, Caden Davis, followed by Anthony Rodriguez, Juan Sanchez, and if anyone should reach, it'll be Ethan Hogesteger. 6, 7, 8 spots in the order for the defenders. Davis, Rodriguez, Sanchez. This will be their first look against the relief pitcher for Morningside, Josh Thurman, who got the final out last inning on relief of Aiden Bishop, who all of those runs were charged to. Last 2 were unearned. So Thurman has gone a third of an inning. He hit a batter, gave up a 2-out hit as well to Logan DeVries before Stanley was out trying to go from first to third. But 2 runs did come in on that play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Caden Davis, who's 0 for 2. Fouled out to third, struck out. And the pitch from Thurman, the right-hander, delivers, misses high and away. 2 balls and a strike to Caden Davis. Defenders with a 9-3 lead, 4 runs in the second, 5 in the fourth. Those 5 runs all scored with 2 outs. Hitters count here to Davis, 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1, swing and a miss. Had a good cut at a fastball, just came up empty, and the count is full to Caden Davis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Davis, the leadoff hitter in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Thurman strikes out Davis to start the 5th. There's 1 down. Anthony Rodriguez will be the batter for the defenders. Rodriguez reached base on a single back in the 2nd, came in to score, also struck out. He's 1 for 2 today. Starting left fielder for the defenders. And Thurman delivers. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-1 the count to Rodriguez. Thurman works fairly quickly. Gets the ball back from the catcher and fires. I like it. Good pace. And the next pitch misses high. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Earlier we had a pitch clock violation charged to the defenders. And did that hit him? Yes, it did. Pitch to Rodriguez comes inside, a little too inside, and Rodriguez is aboard for the 2nd time. So Rodriguez, with 1 out, advances to first on a hit by pitch. That'll bring up Juan Sanchez. Sanchez having a day. He's 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. Singleton scored in the 2nd, doubled, and his courtesy runner scored in the 4th. See if he can stay perfect on the day. The starting catcher for the defenders takes outside and low, ball 1. No activity in Morningside's bullpen. Little bit of movement down in the defenders' bullpen down the left field side. Sanchez pops it up out of play. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Already in the top of the 4th inning down in Fremont, 1-0 Midland. Kind of thought it was going to go that way. The old pitcher's duel between Kramer and Rincon, the Midland starter. Here's the 1-1. Misses low. 2 balls and a strike to Sanchez. Runner at first is Rodriguez. Does not have a stolen base attempt on the season. And the 2-1. Misses outside. 3-1 the count to Juan Sanchez, the number 9 hitter, Ethan Hogesteger, to hit next. And the 3-1 to Sanchez. Fouled off. It's going to make the count full. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Sanchez with 1 down, bottom of the 5th inning. Going to play 7. Defenders with a 9-3 lead in game 1 against Morningside. And the payoff pitch coming from Thurman. Fouled off. Sanchez extends his at-bat. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes to Sanchez. Rodriguez was hit by a pitch. He stands at first with one out. Thurman takes a look at the runner at first. Now is set to deliver the pitch. And before we'll have a throw over. Rodriguez had a short lead, easily back at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, bottom of the 5th inning. 9-3, Defenders with the lead. The pitch hit well but foul. Sanchez out in front of the off-speed offering from Thurman. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Softball playing Midland as we speak. They're in the top of the 4th inning, down 1-0 in that one. Golf teams will be in Nebraska for a 2-day event on Thursday and Friday, both golf teams. Here's another payoff pitch. Line drive, base hit, right side. And the Defenders in business here. Rodriguez overruns the base safely. Gets back to the bag, but close. He overran second and then kind of lost his footing. So Sanchez stays perfect on the day. A single to right center field. Ben Baker in to run for him. No, that's not Baker. I think that's a different guy. Number 7, Caleb Beard, is going to run this time for Sanchez, who's 3 for 3 on the day. Rodriguez to second. Beard at first with 1 out. And the number 9 hitter, Ethan Hogestegger, at the plate. 1 for 1 with a grand slam. Also walked and scored a run in the 4th. Production in the bottom of the order for the Defenders. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch, 0-1. 0-1 the count. Top of the order with Logan Harris on deck. Defenders threatening to add to their lead here. Up 9-3 in game 1 against Morningside. And the 0-1. Bouncer to the left side. That's through for a base hit. And Ian Eshelman will hold the base runner at third. Rodriguez to third. Beard to second. Hogestegger with his second hit of the ball game. Bases loaded, 1 out. Back-to-back base hits. Sanchez and Hogestegger, the top of the order. Logan Harris will be the batter. Defender softball has just tied it up down in Fremont. Ivy Terpstra with a double, scoring Olson, who reached on a single as well. Still just 1 out and a runner at second down in Fremont. So Logan Harris will be the batter with the bases loaded. Takes inside, ball 1. Rodriguez at third. Beard at second. Hogestegger at first. 1 out. And the 1-0 pitch. Gets away from the catcher, but the runners do not advance. And it's 2-0 to Logan Harris. 9-3, Defenders with the lead, threatening for more here. And a hitter's count. You got to go after Harris. A walk gets a run in, so you got to challenge him here. Harris takes a ball, gets away from the catcher, and that's going to lead to a run. Wild pitch charged to Josh Thurman. Rodriguez will come in and score, and the Defenders extend the lead to 10-3. Both Beard and Hogestegger also move up a base. It's a 3-0 count to Logan Harris. Rodriguez comes in to score his second run of the game. 10-3, Defenders with the lead. And Harris with a 3-0 count. The pitch from Thurman. Swing and a miss. And it's 3-1 to Harris. Harris given the green light. Swings through the fastball. And the 3-1 from Thurman. Working from the stretch. Delivers. Popped it up out of play. Makes the count full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter for Dordt, Logan Harris. 10-3, defenders with the lead. Bottom of the 5th inning. Payoff pitch coming from Thurman. Bouncer foul, third base side. And we'll do it again with a 3-2 count. Track and field, we've kind of given the defenders' athletic schedule for the week. They will be in action down in Sioux City. It is the Sioux City Relays on Friday and Saturday, a combined college and high school meet. Weather looks to be promising. They're going to get it in. May not be great, but okay for the spring. Payoff pitch and a check swing. Bouncer to short, and the play at the plate, and they're going to get the runner at third. Beard is tagged out. It was not a force as Logan Harris grounds into a fielder's choice. Will be at first, but now there's 2 down. Runners still at the corners. 6-2 is how you score that. Hogesteger to third. Harris at first with 2 down. And Christensen will be the batter. The shortstop, Kielbasa, did a nice job of knocking it down, stayed with it, had enough time to throw it home and get Beard. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Christensen will be the batter. The pitch, swing and a miss there. 0-1 to Christensen. Christensen, 2 for 3, couple of singles, and scored a run back in the 4th inning. 10-3, defenders with the lead over Morningside, bottom of the 5th inning. Runners at the corners, throw down to first. Sometimes you do that to see if there's any sort of play on. If it's not 2 outs, you see if the batter's going to put down a bunt in a sacrifice bunt situation. 0-1 the count. And the pitch coming from Thurman. Misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nolan Christensen. Jason Carrig, the defender's number 3 hitter on deck. 2 down, runners at first and third, runners at the corners. 1 run across in the bottom of the 5th to extend the Dordt lead 10-3. The pitch fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nolan Christensen. One and 2 the count. Carrig hoping for a chance. He's on deck. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. Christensen digs in, as does the pitcher Thurman. And there's a little bouncer to second. Over to first in time. Calabresi to Elijah Rude. 4-3 ground out ends the 5th, but not before the defenders add to their lead. They score a run on a couple of hits. They lead 10-3 as we head to the 6th. We'll have it for you after a brief timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network. Top of the 6th inning we go. Dordt with a 10-3 lead over Morningside in game 1 of this GPAC baseball doubleheader played at Open Space Park. Thank you for joining us live on the Dordt Media Network. Shout out to the crew again, Nathan, the program director, Clay and Destiny on the cameras. 10-3 is the score. Morningside coming to bat, top of the 6th inning. We got the 8-9 followed by the top of the order. Brian Garcia, the center fielder, to lead things off. Kim out there for the defenders. The starting pitcher is pitch count at 90 pitches. Coming into the inning. Struck out the side in each of the 4th and 5th innings. 6-8. He's up to 9 strikeouts for the game. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Garcia. And it's now 3-0 to Garcia, who walked his last time up, came in to score. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And the pitch from Kim. Bouncer to second. DeVries unable to field it cleanly. And the leadoff hitter, Garcia, reaches base on the error, the second error of the game for the defenders. So Garcia is aboard with nobody out. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Carter Aids. Aids today 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. He hits one well left field. Going back is Rodriguez, and he will make the catch just in front of the warning track on a long flyout hit by Carter Aids. 1 away. And that'll bring up the top of the order for Morningside, Hunter Hope, the left fielder. Hope is 1 for 3 with a strikeout. He singled back in the 4th inning. 2-run single at that for Hunter Hope his last time up with 2 outs. This is his 4th time seeing Kim. And the pitch. And that hit. Hope came inside with a fastball, so Hope reaches base for the 2nd time, hit by a pitch. It's going to move Garcia to second. Runners at 1st and 2nd and 1 out. Eddie Brancato will be the batter. Brancato 1 for 3 with a single back in the 1st. Also is grounded out and struck out. Morningside threatening, top of the 6th inning. Defenders with a 10-3 lead. Kim going on 3 days rest for the 2nd straight start is up to 95 pitches. Curveball, which is high. 1 ball, no strikes to Brancato. Willers on deck, followed by Grajeda. Got the heart of the order here for Morningside. 2-0 the count to Brancato. First batter Garcia reached on an error, then a fly out to deep left field, then a hit by pitch to Hope. 2 balls, no strikes to Brancato. Two 2-0 the count. Kim delivers. Breaking ball, fouled off by Brancato, and it's 2-1. 2-1 the count. Game 2 will follow. This one was a 4 p.m. first pitch time, so we're still under 2 hours, moving along pretty well. There's been a lot of runs scored, which will slow things up. Here's the 2-1, fouled off again. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brancato. 2-2 the count with 1 away. Runners at 1st and 2nd. Garcia, the runner at 2nd. Hope at 1st. 2-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And Kim with his 10th strikeout unofficially. And there's 2 down. Brancato strikes out for the 2nd time against Kim. That'll bring up the catcher, Jason Willers. One of the best hitters for Morningside coming up in a crucial situation. Willers He's reached base twice. He walked back in the third, singled, and scored in the fifth. Coming up with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 6th inning. 10-3. Dordt with the lead. Scheduled for 7. And the first pitch misses low. Tell you who's played a nice ball game behind the plate is the defender catcher Juan Sanchez, as he once again blocks the plate, prevents the runners from advancing. 1 ball, no strikes to Jason Willers. 10 strikeouts for Kim. And that pitch is a ball, 2-0 the count. Kim, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. He's walked 3, struck out 10. Again, now his pitch count at 102. Do have activity in the Dordt bullpen and the Morningside bullpen right now. Here's the 2-0. Misses inside, and it's 3-0. Close pitch there. The cleanup hitter, Nick Grajeda, on deck. If it gets to him, that means probably the bases are loaded or maybe a 3-0. They're going to swing away. Fouls it off. It's going to be blown out of play. 3-1 the count to Jason Willers. 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second. Defenders with a 10-3 lead. And the pitch fouled off again. And it is a full count to Jason Willers. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And another payoff pitch coming to the catcher, Jason Willers. Kim. And that a line drive caught by Carrig, the shortstop, on a diving play. And that ends the threat for Morningside. Nice play by the freshman shortstop once again. He also has played a whale of a ball game playing the shortstop spot for the defenders. Morningside threatens but comes up empty in the 6th. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Dordt with a 10-3 lead over Morningside. Back with more Defender Baseball in a moment. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Dordt with a 10-3 lead in game 1 of this conference doubleheader. Dordt playing host to Morningside on a beautiful day here in Sioux Center, Iowa. Specifically, we're at Open Space Park, the Defenders' home baseball field. 10-3 is the score. Dordt coming to bat. It'll be the shortstop, Jason Carrig, who made a diving play to end the Morningside threat in the top of the inning. Carrig, followed by Stanley, Logan DeVries. If anyone should reach, it'll be Caden Davis. 3, 4, 5 spots in the order. Thurman delivers. This is low to Carrig. 1 ball, no strikes. Carrig is 0 for 3. Reached on an error and scored his last time up. Believe this is his first time against the reliever, Thurman. It was after his at-bat that Morningside went to the bullpen. So Thurman out there for his second full inning. 2-1 the count to Carrig. Thurman has gone an inning and a third, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 strikeout. Misses low. 3-1 the count to Carrig. Carrig, Stanley, and then DeVries. Hitters count here. See what Carrig, the freshman, can do. 3-1 count. The pitch from Thurman. Good cut. Fouls it off. 3-2 to Jason Carrig. Carey getting .351 on the season. A couple home runs, 14 RBIs. He's the defender's top hitter. And the 3-2. Fouls it off again. Good battle between Carrig and Josh Thurman, the Morningside pitcher. Count remains 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Dordt in front, 10-3. Bottom of the 6th inning, the pitch. And Carrig draws a leadoff walk. He's on base for the second time. First walk issued by Thurman. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Dylan Stanley. Stanley, 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch his last time up. Couple of ground outs for Stanley. Coach Adam Boovey will make a trip to the mound, and we may have a pitching change, and we do. So Morningside will go to the bullpen once again. They will bring in their third pitcher of the contest. We'll give you the new name and the numbers right after we take a short timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network. Back at Open Space Park, Dordt with a 10-3 lead, bottom of the 6th inning. Morningside will go to their bullpen. Their third pitcher, Jackson Stephen, comes in to pitch. Sophomore from British Columbia. Cowichan Bay is how I would say that. Sophomore right-hander, making his 9th appearance, all in relief. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 7, 9 innings. Pitched on the season, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Team's hitting .378 against the sophomore right-hander. He's a returning letter winner for the Mustangs coming in. He is the third pitcher. Aiden Bishop started. Bishop started the game. Bishop, the pitcher of record, went 3 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 9 runs, 6 of them earned. Thurman, inning and a third, gave up 1 run. He's responsible for the base runner in this one. And so now we have Jackson Stephen. Dylan Stanley will be the first batter that Jackson Stephen will face. Defenders with a 10-3 lead, trying to add to that lead. They're 3 outs away from a Game 1 victory over Morningside, co-leader of the conference. They are tied with Concordia atop the conference standings halfway through the conference slate. Stanley to lead things off against the relief pitcher. That one is lined into the Morningside dugout, and I hope everyone's okay. Yeah, I think they are. I think they got out of the way. That was well a hit. 0-1 the count to Stanley. Logan DeVries on deck for the defenders. Stephen off speed, misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stanley. Morningside in the top of the 7th will have 4, 5, 6 spots in the order coming up. Here's the 1-1 to Dylan Stanley. Off speed and a good one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dylan Stanley. Stanley, a junior from Orlando, Florida. Returning letter winner, returning starter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steven, the pitch. Another off-speed pitch, going to get away from the catcher, and the runner will advance. Carrig will go to second. Probably a wild pitch, 1 pass ball. So a pass ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carrig now at second, moves into scoring position with nobody out. And the 2-2 coming up. The pitch. This is down, and the count is full to Dylan Stanley. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch coming up to Stanley. Carrig at second, nobody out. And the 3-2. Caught the inside corner, strike 3. Nice pitch by Jackson Stephen. And there's 1 down. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Logan DeVries will be the batter. DeVries hit by a pitch and scored, grounded into a double play and also singled. 1 for 2 on the day. His first time facing the relief pitcher Jackson Stephen. Runner at second is Carrig with 1 out. Takes a long look, and the pitch in there for a strike, breaks in there. 0-1 the count to Logan DeVries. Caden Davis on deck for the defenders. 10-3, Dordt with the lead. And the 0-1 from Steven, fouls it off. Steven works ahead, 0-2 the count to Logan DeVries. Defender softball team still tied 1, top of the 6th. Leadoff triple by Chandler Skimper. Still at third, though, with 2 down. We'll see what happens in the next at-bat or 2. 0-2 the count to Logan DeVries. Runner at second and 1 away. And the pitch. High and outside. Tried to get DeVries to chase, but he didn't. Ahead in the count 0-2, you can do those kind of things. Try to make the batter chase out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steven gets the sign, checks the runner, and now delivers. Off speed, strike 3, caught the inside corner, and there's 2 down. Another nice pitch by Jackson Stephen. Back-to-back strikeouts. Dylan Stanley and now Logan DeVries. That'll bring up Caden Davis with 2 down. And a runner at second. Davis 0 for 3. Fouled out to third and has struck out a couple of times. Davis try to get the runner home. Runner in scoring position. Carrig, who led off the inning with a walk. First pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes to Davis. 1-0 the count to Caden Davis with Anthony Rodriguez on deck. Bottom of the 6th inning, defenders with a 10-3 lead. And the pitch. Caught the outside corner. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. To the left-handed hitting Caden Davis, starting first baseman for the defenders. And the 1-1. Misses low. 2-1 the count to Davis. 2 balls and a strike. 2 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. Dordt in front, 10-3 in game 1 of this doubleheader. Carrig has been at second in the last 2 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Little off the plate, and it's 3-1 Davis. 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count to Caden Davis. The sophomore from State Center, Iowa. And the pitch just misses low. And Davis draws a 2-out walk. Runners at first and second, 2 down, and Anthony Rodriguez will step to the plate. Rodriguez singled and scored, struck out, was hit by a pitch and scored. Added up, and it's 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Defenders trying to add to their lead, up 10-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Going to play 7. Defenders 3 outs away from earning the Game 1 win. And Rodriguez takes a strike, 0-1 to Anthony Rodriguez. 0-1 the count. This is the 3rd Morningside pitcher. He started with Bishop, then Josh Thurman. This is Jackson Stephen. 2 on, 2 out. And the 0-1. Gonna throw over to second. Diving back is Jason Carrig, just making sure that Carrig knows they're still there. He's been at second for quite some time. Leadoff walk and went to second, I think, in a wild pitch or a pass ball. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Game 2 will also be on the Dordt Media Network. Thank you for their work. Here's the 1-1. Misses low. 2-1 the count to Rodriguez. Sanchez hoping for a chance. Sanchez has been perfect in Game 1. 3 for 3. Couple of singles and a double. And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on a breaking ball, and it's a beauty. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Morningside, 1 strike away from getting out of the 6th inning. 2-2 the count, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch. Long look at the base runner at second. Here it comes. Off speed, well hit. Left field. It's going to go foul. And the left fielder unable to come up with it. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Over in the Dordt bullpen area. Still 2-2. 2 down in the 6th for the defenders. Jackson Stephen on the mound. And the pitch to Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. As Rodriguez strikes out to end the 6th inning, we'll head to the top of the 7th. Dordt in front 10-3, 3 outs away from a Game 1 win. We'll have it for you coming up on the Dordt Media Network. We'll pause for a break. Top of the 7th inning we go. New pitcher for the defenders. Number 27, Matthew Ramstead, a freshman from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. On to finish it off for the defenders, on in relief of Jungju Kim, who another outstanding effort for Kim. He went the first 6 innings. Closed the book on him. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. All of them earned, walked 3, struck out 10. Another double-digit strikeout outing for Kim, who is in line for the win. So Matthew Ramstead trying to finish it off. This is his 7th appearance. 3rd in relief. He's 1-2 with an 11.85 ERA. He has 11 strikeouts in 13 2/3 innings. Due up will be the 4, 5, 6 spots in the order. Nick Grajeda reached on an error. So the leadoff batter aboard. That is the 3rd defender error. First 2 did not lead to any runs. So hopefully that holds true. And up for Morningside will be Elijah Rude. Rude has struck out twice, also grounded out. He's 0 for 3, all of those at-bats against Kim, however. Matthew Ramstead, freshman right-hander. Falls behind 2-0 here. 2 balls and no strikes to Rude. Two and 0 count, the pitch. Misses high, and it's 3-0. Kielbasa to hit next for the Mustangs. Kielbasa, the number 6 spot in the order. Here's the 3-0. In there for a strike. Rude taken the entire way. It's 3-1. They're heading to the 7th inning, still tied at 1 down in Fremont. Here's the 3-1 from Ramstead. Comes inside. It was indeed a foul ball, a check swing on a inside fastball. 3-2, nearly hit him. It's one of those where he kind of checks his swing, self-defense if anything, but it did hit the bat. And it's a foul ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at first. Nobody out. Top of the 7th. Dordt up 10-3. And the pitch. And that one does hit the batter. Elijah Rude, 2 on, nobody out. Here in the 7th inning. Ryan Kielbasa steps to the plate with nobody out. Kielbasa will be the batter. Kielbasa 2 out of 3 with an RBI and a run scored. He's hit the ball well twice, or all 3 times rather, 2 singles, and he also lined out to straightaway center field. He hit that one well back in the 2nd inning. Coach Nathan Bacon making a visit to the mound. Calm down his freshman right-hander, Matthew Ramstead. Runner at second is Grajeda, reached on an error. Runner at first is Rude, who reached base on a walk. So Kielbasa will be the batter. The number 6 spot in the order. Dordt in front, 10-3. Took a 4-0 lead in the 2nd. Grand slam home run by Ethan Hogesteger. Morningside cut the lead in half. 2 runs in the 4th. Defenders broke it open with a 5-run bottom of the 4th inning. Teams traded runs in the 5th. It's 10-3 is the score. Off-speed pitch to Kielbasa is a strike. 0-1 to Ryan Kielbasa. Just got to get some outs here. You have some runs to protect you. You have a 7-run lead. Outs are a good thing right now. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kielbasa. 1-1 the count to Kielbasa. And the pitch outside. 2-1 the count. 2-1 the count to Kielbasa. With nobody out, top of the 7th inning. And the 2-1 from Ramstead. This is outside, and it's 3-1. 3-1 the count to Kielbasa. Hitters count once again for Kielbasa, who does have 2 hits, has hit the ball well all 3 times at the plate. Here's the 3-1. Misses high, back-to-back walks. And Morningside has loaded the bases with nobody out in the 7th inning. Grajeda to third, Rude to second, Kielbasa to first, and we're going to have a pitching change. Coach Bacon will visit the mound with nobody out. You'll come get the freshman right-hander, Matthew Ramstead. We'll give you the new name and the numbers after a short break. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Pitching change for the Defenders. On the pitch, senior right-hander Charlie Hennessy from Bremerton, Washington. Returning letter winner for Coach Nathan Bacon and the Defenders. He's making his 10th appearance, all in relief. 1-2 record. 9 2/3 innings. He's struck out 16, has also walked 16. Team's hitting just .211 against Hennessy. Third Defender pitcher. On in relief for Kim. Also, Matthew Ramstead started the inning. Ramstead is responsible for the 3 runners on base. Grajeda at third, reached on an error. Both Rude and Kielbasa walked. So the bases are loaded and nobody out. The good news is the Defenders have a 10-3 lead. But a tough spot nonetheless for Hennessy, the senior from Bremerton, Washington. Morningside will have Alex Calabresi coming up to bat. He's the number 7 hitter. 1 for 3. He singled and also struck out twice. 1 for 3 on the day. His first time seeing the relief pitcher. Hennessy. Again, you have a 7-run lead. Outs are a good thing. Runners on base. You'll concede a run to get an out here. Breaking ball to start things off. Misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to Calabresi. Brian Garcia on deck for Morningside. Morningside, a very good offensive team. Defender pitching has kept them in check. Jungju Kim had a lot to do with that. He pitched the first 6 innings, held Morningside to just 3 runs. 2 balls and no strikes to Calabresi, who is going to most likely take until he sees a strike. And it's 3-0. Misses with a fastball inside. A walk right now leads to a run. 3-0 the count to Calabresi. And the pitch. Yeah, it's a strike. 3-1. Hitters count now. We'll see if Calabresi's going to take the bat off his shoulder or not. If he likes the pitch, he can look for one. Look for his favorite pitch here. 3-1. Inside, and it's going to lead to a run. 3rd straight walk issued by the Defender pitchers. Grajeda will come in and score, and it's 10-4 in favor of the Defenders. Rude goes to 3rd, Kielbasa to 2nd, Calabresi to 1st. Brian Garcia will be the batter. Garcia, the number 8 batter, and that is an unearned run. First batter reached on an error. And a pitch strike called to Garcia. Garcia has walked, was out on batter's interference, and reached on an error. Foul ball, and that's going to be out of play. Caden Davis, the defender first baseman, will give it a chase. Gives it a good look, but it's out of play. 0-2 the count to Brian Garcia, the number 9 hitter. Carter Aids to hit next. Bases loaded, 1 run across. Defenders with a 10-4 lead. Nobody out. Hennessy ahead in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Popped it up, out of play again. Count will remain 0-2. 0-2 the count to the Morningside center fielder, Brian Garcia. Runner at third is Rude. Kielbasa at second. Calabresi at first. 1 run in the top of the 7th inning. Hennessy, work from the stretch, delivers. That one is low, nearly got away from the defender catcher. Sanchez does a nice job blocking the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count to Garcia. And the pitch coming from Hennessy. Ground ball, that's going to be through for a base hit. 1 run is in. Coach Adam Boovey will hold the base runner at third. Rude comes in to score. Kielbasa to third. Calabresi to second. Garcia with an RBI single leads to the run, and it's 10-5 in favor of the defenders. Bases loaded, still nobody out. Carter Aids will be the batter. Aids is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Also walked, flew out to left field his last time up. 10-5 now is the score. And the pitch from Hennessy in there for a strike. Hennessy working ahead against the 2 hitters now that he's faced. 0-1 the count to Aids. The pitch. Line drive at the right fielder who makes the sliding catch. Tagging on the play is the runner at third, Kielbasa. But the defenders get the first out of the inning. Run does score. Kielbasa scores on the sac fly by Aids. Sliding catch out in right field by Nolan Christensen. Runners at first and second do not advance. 2 on, 1 out, and the leadoff hitter is up to bat, Hunter Hope. Hope will be the batter. Hope is 1 for 3. He singled, was hit by a pitch, also grounded out and struck out. 10-6 is the score. And the top of the order for Morningside. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Hennessy. This is inside. 2-0 the count. 2-0 the count with Brancato on deck. Tell you what, I'd really want to get Hope and Brancato. You don't want to leave it up to Jason Willers, their cleanup hitter, their best hitter. Makes me kind of nervous. 2-1 the count to Hope as Hennessy delivers a strike. 2-1 the count, and time is called. Hennessy will step off. Hunter Hope steps out of the batter's box, and here we go. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch from Hennessy. Fly ball, straight away center. Pretty well hits, caught up in the wind. Making the catch is the center fielder Logan Harris for out number 2. Tagging on the play is the runner at second, Calabresi. However, there are 2 down. Runners at the corners. And Eddie Brancato will be the batter. So Hope with a long fly out to right center field. Brancato is the batter. He's 1 for 4 today. Defenders 1 out away from the Game 1 win. And the pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to Brancato. 1-0 count. Hennessy delivers. Misses high. 2-0. Hennessy has been in the strike zone, pounding the zone, has been working ahead for the most part. Falls by near 2-0. And the pitch. There's a strike called. 2-1 the count to Brancato. Jason Willers, the Morningside catcher, on deck. 2 balls and a strike to Brancato. And the pitch. Just misses inside. Little off speed offering. And it's 3-1 to Brancato. 3-1 the count to Eddie Brancato. Hennessy delivers. That is a line drive base hit. That's going to lead to another run. Going from first to third is Bart Garcia. He will go to third. Calabresi comes in to score. And it is now 10-7, Dordt with the lead. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate in Jason Willers. Garcia to third. Brancata at first. 2 down. And Jason Willers will be the batter. Coach Nathan Bacon will make a visit to the mound. Talk to his senior right-hander, Charlie Hennessy. So the tying run coming to the plate in Willers. Willers, Morningside's one of the Morningside's top hitters, and it looks like we are going to go to the bullpen here. So we do have a pitching change. It's number 25, Chaz Gothard will be in for the defenders. So Gothard, junior from Social Circle, Georgia. He's a lefty. He pitched down in the 4-game set last weekend in Concordia. I believe he started game 4, if my memory is correct. Gothard making his 13th appearance, most in relief. He does have 2 game starts. He's 2-2, ERA of 8.89. 28 1/3 innings. He has 31 strikeouts and 13 walks. Team's hitting .306 against the junior left-hander, Chaz Gothard. He is the 4th defender pitcher. Kim started, went the first 6 innings. Ramstead, Hennessy, and now Gothard. 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and third. And Willers, the tying run at the plate. They're going to extra innings down in Fremont. Tied at 1 in game 1 of that softball doubleheader. Jason Willers, top run producer for this Morningside team, has 8 home runs, 43 RBIs, hitting .364 coming in. And as I mentioned, he is 1 for 3 with a walk and has scored a run. In the number 3 spot, you got the cleanup hitter, Nick Grajeda, on deck, who was the first hitter in this inning. So Willers, the 9th Morningside player to come to bat in the inning. Gothard delivers. First pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes to Willers. 4 runs across in the inning. Runners at first and third, 2 down. Gothard misses high, and it's 2-0. 2-0 the count to Willers. Gothard's got to come with a strike here. And the pitch. Popped it up right side. That might stay in play. Coming to make the play is the first baseman, and the defenders will take game 1 by the final score of 10-7 as Caden Davis makes the game-ending catch in foul territory. Defenders win. Final score 10-7. Dordt gets the game 1 win. Dordt improves to 3-12 in the conference, 15-18 overall. Morningside falls to 11-4 in the conference, 25-11. 9 overall. Let's give you the final numbers here before we sign off for Game 1. Morningside, 7 runs on 8 hits and an error. Dordt, 10 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Jungju Kim for the Defenders. He improves to 5-2 on the season. He went the first 6 innings. Pitched well against a very talented Morningside lineup. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts for Jungju Kim. Gothard, does he pick up the save with the tying run? Yes, he does. So Gothard picks up the save, his second save of the season. The loss goes to the starter for Morningside, Aiden Bishop. Falls to 4-3 on the season. He went the first 3 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 9 runs, 6 of those were earned. Offensively, Morningside, they were led by Ryan Kielbasa, who went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. And Eddie Brancato also had 2 hits, 2 for 5 with an RBI for Morningside. Dordt was led in Game 1 by Juan Sanchez, who was a perfect 3 for 3 at the plate. Ethan Hogestegger, 2 for 2 with a grand slam. He had those 4 RBIs. Logan DeVries, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And Nolan Christensen had 2 hits as well. Dordt wins it over Morningside by the final score of 10-7. And this is the first win against the Mustangs since the 2018 season. Teams played 4 times that year. Dordt won Game 1 back in 2018, 4-3, but since then they had dropped 11 in a row to the Mustangs. So first win since 2018 for the Dordt Defenders over Morningside. Game 2 is coming up. We'll have about a 20-minute reprieve here, a little bit of respite, and we'll come back and bring you Game 2 live on the Dordt Media Network. Signing off until then, this is Matt, the SID.